Bengals Jaguars, this is it. This is the get things right game for the Cincinnati Bengals. The one the Bengals need to win if they have any hopes of making playoffs. And the one I'm still not sure if the Jaguars even want to win. But hey, here we are. Week 4, Bengals got to take care of business. I think the mistake the Eagles made last week was not running the ball against these Bengals as much as they did. There was a point where Miles Sanders had 7 carries, 70 yards, just going up and down on his Bengals defense. And they got away from it. And so did the Jaguars last week. They got away from the run game. A little bit different reason, a game script reason there against the Dolphins. But I think that's the key for these Jags. If they want to win this game, you establish that run game. You keep feeding Robinson, who's been playing really well so far for these Jaguars after releasing Leonard Fournette there. And he's capable of doing so against the Bengals as well, I think, here. You keep the ball out of Burrow's hand. You wear down that defense. That's going to be the key for the Jags. And the second thing the Jags need to do here is they need to control the 2-minute drill area, right? They need to control the second, the final 2 minutes of the second, the final 2 minutes of the fourth, because one thing we've seen so far throughout the first 3 games is Joe Burrow excels in those areas where they say, hey coach, just let me walk up and down the field with the team. I'll control the offense. He just goes bang, 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 bang all over that defense. Last week though, Eagles, they gave the ball back broad. They had a kneel at the end of the first half. They didn't get much of a chance in the second half. They was driving down the field on a minute. Then again there, that was what the Eagles did. That was the deciding factor, I think, in this game. Because if Burrow walks down that field with a minute left, a minute 10 in that fourth, game's over. I think the Bengals win. But the Eagles did a good job in controlling those situations there and keeping the ball out of Burrow's hands. And that's going to be it for the Jags as well here, right? Keep the play calling on the sideline, not to the man on the field here for these Jaguars. But if you're the Bengals, this is a prove yourself game if you ask me. It's not necessarily a prove yourself from a playoff team perspective, but more of a prove yourself that as a Bengals fan, I don't need to be shaking every single time Joe Burrow drops back to throw the football. This is a Jags defense that ranks 31st in the league in sacks. They're dead last in the league in QB rating allowed at 118.6 on the season. As far as I'm concerned, pass, 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 pass. That's all I got to say about the Bengals. Don't go out there and try to establish the run game. They did it last week. I like the idea of it last week, but clearly it didn't work. Clearly this offensive line was struggling to allow this pass game to get going. I think you get a lead here. It seems kind of backwards to say don't establish the run game. You don't normally go that direction from a game script perspective, but I think against this Jaguars team, the Bengals go out, they try to get the lead early. If you get the lead early, throw the ball down the field, and you force this Jaguars team to throw the football against a Bengals pass defense that is currently playing really well. All things considered, the run defense, not the greatest. Pass defense has been solid. They're top 5 in the league right now in QB rating allowed to opposing quarterbacks this season. So they've been playing well. Not to mention, you allow the defensive line a chance to get to the quarterback of the Jags O-line, who has allowed the 6th most sacks in the league so far this season. Then you get that lead, you get up a touchdown or 2, then you try to establish the run game. I don't want to disband it into completely, but I want to see the Bengals get comfortable. I want to see them get comfortable with the lead and give, a lead, take some of that pressure off this offensive line, take some of that pressure off this offense in general, take some of the pressure off the defense to get the chance to play with a comfortable lead. In the NFL, you establish that Joe Mixon run game that could help drastically there. Again, I know it sounds backwards, but if you give Joe Burrow the chance here to really run up and down the field here, maybe that can instill some confidence in the rest of this offensive line, the rest of this offense, get some protection, get Joe Mixon going later in the game, and really start to wear down that defense of the Jaguars. I think that's the way the Bengals are going to have to go this time, especially consider the way the Jags are playing defense this season. That's our thoughts on that. We're going to say Bengals, ready for this one, Bengals 31. Jaguars 17. We're saying a 14-point W for the Bengals, or we could go 0-4 in Bengals predictions. We'll see. Let's hope for the best. Like to hear your guys' thoughts. As always, thank you guys for watching. We'll see you next time.